everybody, and welcome to Coffee Break with Candace and David. We are excited about this show. This is our Christmas show. So we're
Yes.
very happy that the holidays are here. It's crazy how fast they crept up on all of us. And we are at the City of Buda's Trail of Lights, the 13th annual Trail of Lights. And we are here with Parks and Recreation Director Greg Ulmer. And I know that as Candace and I have walked through the trail, it's just amazing to see all these lights and how much work has gone
It's
into
beautiful,
this.
stunning.
What would you say has been the most rewarding part about kind of getting this all together? Because your Parks and Recreation crew is really the backbone behind this Trail of Lights event every year, right?
So that's correct. We've put a lot of hard work into this. It's been kind of an interesting year coming back from a pandemic and trying to have the public, the general public, come back to a walking Trail of Lights. Past year, we did a drive-through option, just keep everybody safe. And so we're excited to have it back here in person again. This is our 13th year of doing this. And this is more of the traditional approach of how we've always done this from the very beginning.
When you talk about like what work goes into this, what does the Parks and Recreation crew really have to go through from beginning to end? Because you all really start preparing for this months ahead, right?
That's correct, yeah. We establish the dates based on the calendar year and how it falls around Christmas. Obviously, this takes place most of the time on the weekends. We did something a little bit unique this year where we added an extra day in during the week on a Thursday. From start to finish, it's just really identifying those calendar dates, and then we get to work. The Parks Department will work within the city. We've incorporated a few other ornaments that we decorate every year from the city departments. So the Finance Department, the Parks Department does our own. Public Works, City Clerk, City Council and Mayor will create some new fresh ornaments and decorations every year, which we put out along the trail as well. So different themes from every year typically, and you'll kind of see that over the different areas of the trails from over the years. It will kind of change a little bit each year, but this year is no different. We're back to a walking option. But it really takes the work of partnerships with other organizations and also the local community. A lot of the businesses, the local businesses here really chip in and help out a lot. They are responsible for helping us put up certain displays. And so we had over 30 businesses and organizations that helped us out this year. And we appreciate their assistance every year because without them, we wouldn't have as big of a display like we typically have.
That's amazing. How long does it take to transform the park into the Trail of Lights?
Great question. Yeah, we closed down on November 1st just to prepare for that. So the nice unique thing is we still allow the general public and the citizens to come utilize the park during the day. They just can't drive into the park because of all the displays going up and all the work that's going along the trail. However, they can park outside Stagecoach Park and literally walk in around the gate as staff is doing their work and still be in here safely to utilize the trails and kind of experience everything that's going on. So it starts about November 1st. Right after Thanksgiving, it really gets really busy when people are done with their own families and everything to kind of come out and start setting up their own displays. So that's been our experience with this is the businesses will typically wait until after Thanksgiving. And then, it's a week or two into December. We usually do Buda Fest first. And then the next week is Parks and Recreation to kick this event off.
And all of these displays that we see here in the park are mainly like businesses throughout the community, but all of the lights that are stringed up along here, that's everything that you all do, right?
Correct. Yeah. The lights that you're going to see that run the perimeter and the outside of the trail system, just keep everybody on the right track, is put up by Parks and Recreation. Again, starting on November 1st. It takes that long for us to get everything up here. A mile and a half length. So you can imagine it takes us a good while to get everything up and the themes going and everything in a safe spot because a lot of the displays that you'll see out here are interactive. You'll be able to take pictures within those displays. A lot of signage that's out there just to kind of tell people this is interactive or this isn't. So you'll see a lot of families come through and take a lot of pictures for memories out here with a lot of the help of the setup.
What I also think is interesting, you all are very resourceful when it comes to this event because I know that your crew actually physically carves out the wood for some of these displays. So can you talk about in years past the different themes that they have and some of what people will see when they walk through the trail?
Sure, yeah. early on, we did a lot of Disney themes. Certain movies that were coming out at the time, we'd incorporate a lot of those into the displays. But you're right, we would carve these out, and that's a credit to our parks department and their creativity
That's
and
amazing.
the artists. I mean, just I didn't know they had this skill set, in them when when I was first hired on. I haven't seen this in previous jobs. I'll just say that from other employees we've worked with in the past. People kind of think of us maybe one-dimensional, where we're just maintaining landscaping and mowing parks and things like that. But our crew really has a great skill set with this artistic flair. And you'll see that, like we said, a lot of the Disney themed decorations you'll see out here. We do have quite a few that are from like prehistoric, like we had dinosaurs. We kind of incorporate the different generations and ages. And so there's something for everybody out here, basically. And we've kind of taken that from year to year and changed over the themes. You'll see some Western themes out here as well. That's always a popular theme, obviously, here in Texas. So we've done a lot with that. But we do like to kind of change it up every year. A lot of these, not only the Parks Department, but a lot of the organizations will bring out additional displays and kind of add on and decorations to add on to each year. Like the EDC here has kind of donated this and add something every year, like this seat that you see. But HEB as well has always been a long-time partner with us. They change up their theme every year. Their display is very unique. They bring out shopping carts. And they stack them in a different shape that kind of
that's great.
Either it's a Christmas tree one year, it could be Santa and reindeer, but the reindeer are shopping carts. So it's very unique. They get very creative, and we appreciate all their help as well.
And I imagine you love everything in the park in terms of the displays, but are there some things that maybe are your favorites?
Well, I wouldn't say my favorite. I don't want to. We do a voting option every year. Typically on senior night, we will allow the seniors to actually take a vote and say, this is my favorite. And then we take all the votes at the end of the evening. And then the following day, we'll put up first, second, and third place based on the results of that voting. This year, we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to do the general public and have them vote. And then if you are first, second, or third place, you get an additional yard sign that delineates the fact that you were first, second, or third. And a lot of the organizations get very competitive. They want to be, the winner every year. So each year they kind of go bigger and better, which is great. But the ones that really stand out to me, we've got, a 70-foot tree. That's decorated.
That kind of stands out.
It's
Yeah.
so pretty.
Yeah,
It's
gorgeous.
very similar to what you have at like Zilker Park in Austin. If people are familiar with that tree, a lot of people go to that by the Moon Towers, but we have our very own one here, about 70 feet tall. So definitely an option to do if you don't want to go to Austin.
I know when we were walking over here for the interview, the Home Alone display
Yes.
is so funny.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that one's been here,
Awesome.
I think, only 2 or 3 years. That's a newer one, but that one always is a hit.
And then there's the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation display. Like just some iconic, from iconic films around the holiday.
Absolutely.
It's awesome to see that here along the trail. For you, though, what's the most exciting part about this event for you as the parks director, kind of watching it come together every year?
I would say just the amount of people that show up and have an opportunity to be with their families. This is a free option that we offer for the citizens. We're going on our 14th year, and each year just gets bigger and better. And so we like to have that option for families to come out and not only experience this event, but also see what else is going on with the city of Buda, all the other events that we put on throughout the year. So it's part of a bigger picture just to get people to Buda, to experience Buda and what we have to offer.
Amazing. And I think you mentioned that there are also food trucks, so people can bring their families and grab a bite and walk the trail.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're here from 6 to 10 o'clock each evening. So over that dinner hour, we want to have options. And some nights we'll get cold out here as well, being December. So they've got hot chocolate, coffee, something to kind of keep you warm as you're going around the trail. The Boy Scouts offer s'mores and around a campfire.
Where
are the s'mores?
Yes.
They're in the back, just right behind us.
Okay.
So essentially, just for $1.
That's where
you-
Candace and I
Yeah,
will be.
exactly.
It's always popular, obviously, but there's a campfire going every night, hosted by the Boy Scouts, and they offer s'mores. And so there's a lot of treats that are just kind of broken up throughout the entire trail. Just if you need to take a break, there's a food area. Our highlight is Santa. Santa shows up for us every night. So
Oh, that's
right
great.
in the middle towards the front of the park, there's an option for you to visit with Santa.
So the kids can take their picture with Santa and get
Yes.
their cocoa and all of that.
Yep.
One thing that Candace and I were even talking about that I think is something to mention is that, you know, sometimes when people think of going to Christmas events, they think of going in the larger cities like
Mm,
Austin or like your major kind of metropolitan areas. But Buda is growing exponentially,
it
as
is.
everywhere is around Austin. But what I find to be nice about this event is that you can get in and you can get out. You park at Cabela's here in town. They shuttle you
Mm.
here to the trail. You don't have to worry about parking. And I think probably, I don't know how you feel about this. I am not a person that loves to be sitting in a long line or dealing with any of that. I kind of
Yes.
like the convenience of it.
Absolutely. And how nice is it to come to an event like this that is so family friendly and it's relaxed. You can take your time walking through. You don't have to worry about being in a car and who's behind you. So it's just it's a very relaxing event, and you get to celebrate the season. The whole point of why we're here.
Yeah, and that's something that we hear from a lot of people. You know, the people that have experienced Austin or other area holiday events is, you know, the fact that it's free always stands out, you know, for families. There's no charge for parking, as David alluded to, as Cabela's does a nice service for us to offer a parking lot for everybody to park there, a short 5-minute shuttle ride over to the park and then back. So a lot of great options that I think a lot of people take advantage of just because they'd rather avoid some of the other inconveniences from other sites.
And I'm sure a lot of the people that you see coming into this event are not just from Buda, but from South Austin, from Kyle, from really all around, right? I know that you were saying earlier that you like to know where people come from. What are some of the things that you've heard from some of the people that do come and take part in the event?
Since especially as we get closer to Christmas time, you know, and closer to the actual date of Christmas, we'll see a lot of people bring in their relatives, you know, to experience this. So they come from all different parts of the United States. Other states, we've heard that every year, obviously. A lot of grandparents will come in just to visit. So that's something we see every year. But a lot of the surrounding areas, City of Kyle, San Marcos, we've gotten some from east, you know, Lockhart, Luling, places like that as well. But I would say the majority, if it's not Buda, they're coming from Kyle, San Marcos is probably the majority that we see. And South Austin, we'll see them come here as well.
So again, people can come out, they can take pictures around the displays. There's food here as well. And just welcoming out all the families to come. They don't have to worry about parking.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add or get out there about the event to the public?
So we are typically open 8 to 10 days based on the calendar every year. Again, a free event, 6 to 10 p.m. We do have shuttling service, as we mentioned earlier. Easy way to get in and out. Another option, if they'd rather not take the shuttle, if they're not comfortable being on a bus this year, just because of the existing pandemic, there is an option of parking at City Hall. The address is 405 East Loop Street. We've got probably over 100 spots, parking areas that you can park in. It's just a short walk into the park. It's just adjacent to Stagecoach Park. There's a small trail connection to walk from the parking lot over. So that's definitely an option if they'd rather not take a shuttle.
One thing I also wanted to mention is that if people have issues walking long distances, you do have golf carts here on site that you can take them around in the golf cart. So, you know, if they can't walk very well and they need that assistance, that is there for people so they can still come out and enjoy it.
Absolutely, yeah. We do understand it's a longer trail, you know, 1.5 miles. So we do have 10 golf carts that you can enjoy and ride with your family. We'll do the driving. We won't turn the keys over.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Just because we're familiar with the trails and where the best spots are to go. But we're happy to stop at certain displays if they want to stop and take a picture, things like that. We're happy to do that. We have volunteers that help us out to do this driving. A lot of them are city employees with the City of Buda, but general public helps us as well for loading people on and off the shuttle buses. You can bring strollers, things like that. We can get you onto those shuttle buses. Pets are allowed in here with a leash. They don't do as well on the shuttle buses, I'll say that, but if you want to park at City Hall, walk over with a pet, as long as it's on a leash, we'll allow that. We do play Christmas music as well, just kind of set the atmosphere and the mood out here for the Christmas season. So if your pets are okay with kind of semi-loud music, then this is an option for them. But yeah, lots of things to do out here. 8 days this year, getting us up through the 19th on that Sunday.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the saints allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the saints allow. a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry